Okay, so in this video we're just gonna go ahead and, I'm gonna do some time-lapse videos because there's really nothing interesting happening until I get the outrigger, where we're just gonna, just show me connecting all the hoses and running them in through and putting the nylon covers on them. And then at the end of the video we're gonna start it up and move it around a little bit and see that this entire process has been a very long, several-week journey that was successful. At this time of recording, there are still some leaks that are coming from the... Well, I replaced all the loader hoses now, and that's going to be another video. But I see that my main feed hoses are leaking, so there's going to be a video about that. And I guess it's going to coincide with an oil change because those are going to really gush some oil when I do it. So that's going to be a fun major project. But anyway, here's the end of it. Okay, I don't even see anything. Let's see. So, this line looks like it's actually been replaced fairly recently. It's not the original one, but the top is. So I'm just cleaning this one off. I'm going to put on the protective sleeves. The hose is attached up to here. The raised cylinder is yet to be threaded through. I'm going to work on these outrigger hoses. The one I just pulled out of there at the top, that's another original one. It was pretty bad and has a giant crack in it, which is weird because that's the one that drifts down over time. This one stays up, even though it has a giant hole in the hose. I don't really understand it. Must have just been like freed up by me, trying to save it. But this one's just covered in all kinds of junk, which didn't get pressure washed off, I guess, because it was on the other side of this baffle that's in here that these things actually sit on. In fact, while I'm thinking of it, I should probably get in there and clean that a little bit. This is going to end up being a pull this back off later and pressure wash it kind of deal. Probably do that and paint it. I guess I'm going to put it up on some blocks underneath there, drop these outriggers down and take the wheels off and paint all this stuff in one go. Just trying to get giant globs of the grease off of there so I can put the protective hose stuff on there. the sludge, as you if you will, seems to be the most damaging of these things. Okay, there's one. It obviously has to feed through this little hole here. I don't know if I'll be able to do it with the stuff on there. Let's find out. And then here, I have to go measure and cut this and fix it. I'm trying to do the whole way because these seem to really move around in there a lot and get hit. So these are important to cover, I think. Okay, that's where I'm at. That's cool. The old one, and like I said, it's pretty bad. The sludge is kind of covering it. I don't want to get poked by it, but right here, totally blown out. All the wires are breaking there. Fun stuff. Alright, let me go ahead and cover both these hoses and I'll get back to it. Alright, I just finished packing them all back in there together. Okay, so let's see here. A lot was done this workout maintenance session. We had bad swing cylinder hoses. We pulled all the hoses out, took the cylinders out, took it out, washed it out, cleaned it, painted it, brought it back in. Figured out some more hoses. Now that it was clean, were messed up. I replaced one of the hoses there. I was going to replace another one. I bought two hoses at the same time, but that one was actually in pretty good condition. It wasn't original. Once I cleaned it off, I realized it wasn't that bad. Got these outrigger hoses completely covered in the protective nylon. Got everything else coming out through the hose chamber out to points where they would be flexing covered. Got it covered up here over this hump in there. So on the newer models, I actually route the hoses around and out, but I don't have that on this. Painted the front bucket up there. Took the seat off, painted that, got the swivel there. I'm actually going to replace the throttle because I apparently have the wrong throttle cable in there. Painted some of this. I see over there that little tab under the bucket is actually coming off, so I'll probably scrape some of that paint off and weld that. I have to grease the fittings, get some paint off of this back piston here, or ram or whatever you call it. Get the paint off of that, and then I think once I grease it all, I think I'm good to start this and see if she moves. All right, well, it's in the shop, so to say. I put this new proper locking throttle control. This lets you add some tension and lock it. This button just lets you slam it or pull it, and then you can increase or decrease it a little bit. Got a little bit of air in it, huh? They're pretty empty. Let's see if the swing works. Oh, I have it backwards. Oh no. Alright, so I gotta switch these two. just adjusting some air, maybe. Not like that she's going up and down and surging like that. Find out what's up with it. I like this thing because you can kind of kill switch it. But not all the way apparently. Enough to where the traction motor will probably give out. I want to add a kill switch button that stops the firing altogether, but yeah, let's see. I also want to run one back here, so if you're using it and it runs away or something, because the wheels like to start turning when you're turned back. It's kind of dangerous to me, if you ask me. But yeah, there we go. She's all back together. I've yet to grease the fittings. I'll do that when I take her out. But I need a seat. I ordered a new seat. That thing is disgusting. Got this nice pivot painted that couldn't bear to put that nasty thing back on there. Just gonna hold off and see if any anything starts leaking under there. Won't know if it starts dripping, and a lot more than it already has. Bunch of hoses all over the place, scattered all throughout the region. I'll have to get this guy out here one more time, clean up this cardboard again, put new cardboard down because I'm sure it's going to keep drooping, and clean everything up, get this area back to normal. Gotta get the whole garage back together. It has been a mess since I put everything in the back for solar panels. Yeah. Alright, that's going to be the end of this video though. Next video, hope to see us out there, clearing that stuff out there. It's mostly the vines, but all these little stumps, yeah, let's zoom in. All these little stumps and stuff, they just keep coming back. So we're going to go ahead and use this to hopefully end that once and for all.